Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be me reacting to my top 10 beauty products that I tried in 2019. I did make a list of everything, but I did not film a video because at the time I wasn't back yet. I had every intention of being back and I wrote many video ideas, but I just couldn't bring myself to film for some reason. But today I'm going to be sharing with you that video that I planned almost a year ago, because soon enough, in just about 2 months, I will be sharing with you my 2020 favorites. 2020 is a year that has definitely not been a favorite for almost all of us. I will admit, definitely not a favorite for me. But there have been some products that I've really enjoyed using this year, but that is a topic for a video that will be coming in about 2 months, early 2021. Can't wait for that new year to come, although I really don't think that it's gonna come and magically improve everything, but hey, we can all be a little bit optimistic right now. We can all use a bit of optimism in our lives. Anyways, let's get started and talk about my favorite products that I tried in 2021. The first thing being the Jade Hydrating Stick. I included this in my favorite or my top 5 highlighters, which is a video that will be linked right here. And I absolutely still love it. Do I use it as much as I used to in 2019? No. Because in 2019 I used to do a lot more no foundation looks. So I would basically apply a bit of concealer, a ton of highlighter, cream blush, mascara, brows, a lip gloss, and head out the door. That was like one of my signature looks. I haven't really been doing that a lot this year, but this is still a great highlighter still. And I do think that it looks beautiful on top of foundation, but I tend to forget about my cream products when I'm wearing foundation, which is one of the reasons why this tends to be forgotten about. But in terms of quality, it's top-notch, and in terms of beautiful effect on your cheeks, this delivers and then some. I love it, and I should be using it more often. So yeah, this I still definitely stand by. Next is the Colourpop So Juicy lip glosses. I love them. I do. I have such good picks. I had such good picks for last year, and you're gonna see. These are still absolutely some of my favorite glosses. This year I've discovered a lot more glosses that I love, and this is why these haven't gotten the use that they got in 2019. But I love these. I still definitely love these, and you can tell by how much I've used of them that they are definitely some of my favorite glosses ever. Unfortunately, Colourpop has a personal vendetta against me, and they discontinued my favorite shade, which is NASA. But I won't talk about it because it will make me almost wanna cry. I'm exaggerating, but I love these glosses. They're phenomenal. One thing, if you live in a very cold climate location on planet Earth, these are gonna make your lips feel colder. So just a warning. Also, if you don't particularly love anything super minty, I do find these to be really minty, which is one of the reasons why I love them personally, but that's definitely a personal preference type thing. I don't live in a very cold place, so these don't bother me that much. And I also like minty flavors, so these are amazing. And also in terms of effect, they're gorgeous, so love these. Next is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. My go-to concealer, still my go-to concealer. If I were to talk about like my favorite product of each category, this would be my absolute favorite concealer. I love it. I was right in 2019, and I agree with myself still to this day. This is beautiful. Number 4 is the Pixi Glow Mist. This is a product that I've repurchased at least 4 times since, and this is my go-to setting mist. It's not really setting because it doesn't do like what the all-nighter would do, like setting your base, but it gives you a beautiful glow, and it makes all of the powders that you put on your skin like just melt into each other and look like everything's coming from within. This is amazing. I love it. It really, I had such good picks. Number 5 is the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette. Okay, listen. This is not necessarily a palette that I use on the daily, but hey, if I'm talking about like the best products that I tried in 2019, absolutely. I love this palette for special occasions. Let me show you how it looks from the inside, although I'm pretty sure that you might already know how it looks. This is my go-to palette for special occasions. Whenever I want to feel special, whenever I want to feel extra glamorous, this is a go-to for me. I love it. I was so right. Another palette is the Colourpop Orange You Glad palette. I haven't really been using this a lot, but I do still love it. I love it. I think I did a tutorial with this palette. If I haven't, it won't be linked, and I will film something similar to it because this is perfect for a tutorial. I can see many colors that will make just incredible tutorials. And if you know what, if you watch Nessa Sunshine, if you don't, you absolutely should. But if you do, she does those tutorials in which she takes palettes and she pairs 2 shades together and creates a look. And it's such a beautiful concept, and I just love watching these because they are kind of the alternative to a one and done shadow. They are like a 2 and done shadow. It's still easy, it's still everyday friendly, it's still almost effortless, it's still glamorous at the same time, and it's just, what was I saying? It just works, you know, it just works. This palette hasn't gotten a lot of use lately, but every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I want to use you more often. Maybe I should, because hey, come on, like oranges are perfect for fall. Like this palette should work beautifully for this season, right? I think so. Okay, number 7 is the Catrice bronzer. I decluttered this, but I did say in my declutter video that I wanted to keep only one bronzer from like the drugstore category and one drugstore from the high-end category, and I love the Catrice bronzer. This was like the matte something bronzer, matte, I think it was like matte bronzing powder or something. It was a great bronzer, but I do prefer the e.l.f. primer infused bronzing powder. I just kept one because bronzers aren't a category of products that I enjoy trying or having a lot of, because they end up looking the same on me, and when I find a product that looks good on me, I stick to it, because like I just don't find bronzers to be as fun as blushes or highlighters or eyeshadow palettes. They're like more utilitarian than experimental, if that makes sense. So I loved it, but I did declutter it for like making space purposes, if that makes sense. Okay, number 8 is my Flower Beauty Powder Blush. This is it. This is a beautiful product, and I think I was more obsessed with it early 2020 and in 2019 than I am right now, because this isn't a shade that I love for this time around. It's like this glowy pinky coral. It's so stunning and so glowy, but this time around, this isn't necessarily like a color that I reach for, but I do still think that it's a beautiful, beautiful blush. This formula specifically is a bit more densely packed and not so powdery and not so like pigmented off the bat, which I think is a good thing, because you don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa instantaneously with blush specifically. So I do love this blush, and I stand by what I was saying. I love it. What can I say? It's great. I love it. Okay, next is the Jade powder highlighter. I don't know which shade I meant, because I had 3 shades at the time and I kept only one because of the fact that I don't want to have a huge collection. I love this highlighter. It's phenomenal. It's incredible. If you haven't tried the Jade highlighters, Listen, you have to. You really have to. I included this in my top 5 highlighters, which was linked early on in the video. This is incredible. I still think that everything I wanted to say in that video is still accurate to this day. This is one of my go-to highlighters, if not possibly like my #1 go-to highlighter. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. Last but not least is a foundation brush, and if I show you the fact that it's still dirty and I use it all the time, then you probably guessed that I still stand by what I wanted to say, and I still think that it's an incredible brush. This is the Jade Professional Brush in the #12. I think that they might call it a blush brush, but they are wrong. This is a foundation brush. I really do love it. Now, while we're at it, while we're still here, I just wanted to share with you quickly some products that I deemed as the worst beauty products I tried in 2019. A lot of them aren't here anymore, which is a good thing. And a lot of them are given to other people. Some of them I just threw away because they were so greatly awful. They were the worst. Okay, the first thing is a Jade pressed face powder. I think I might still have it somewhere here. I think it's probably this. Yeah, I did not like it. I found it to look very powdery on my skin, and the color was not great. The application was not great. I tried to use it a lot, and I did. I did make quite a bit of progress, but then I was like, well, why do I have to use such an awful powder when I have so many great powders that are waiting for me to use? So I decluttered this after relatively heavily using it, but I think it's not great. #2 is a product that many people actually seem to like, and it's the Patrick Ta glosses. I gave mine to my friend and she likes it. Me personally, I found it to be kind of oily. Like, I like my glosses to have a different texture, to feel a bit more like jelly-like and less slippery and oily, and I found the Patrick Ta glosses to be kind of oily. 3 is the Colourpop mascara. Oof, that was a hot mess, a flaky hot mess that did nothing to my lashes. I think it's called the BFF mascara or something. Sorry, that was my phone. It was not good. It really wasn't good, and I don't think that it's anybody's favorite mascara. I think Colourpop should reformulate. I really do think that they should. Next is the Catrice highlighter. No, it was powdery and icy, and it looked dry on my skin. No. Jade liquid highlighters. Okay, so listen. These are horrible. Since 2019, they came out with another one that looks like the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Wand, something like that. Oh my gosh. I haven't tried the Charlotte Tilbury product yet. Maybe I will. I don't really know yet. But that was awful too. The liquid highlighters from Jade, not the stick one. The liquid ones are dreadful. They're awful. They are the worst. No. Colourpop stick highlighter. It was like a dry, glittery product. Although it's a cream, but it dried on my skin like a dry glitter. It was not cute at all. #7 is the Il Makiage Baked Contour. I have since decluttered, I think I've decluttered everything on this list. That's pretty great, except for that powder. That's incredible. And I threw away the horrible mascara. Now, this is a contour that has a formula that I think doesn't work for that type of product. It's baked, and I don't know if I like baked contours. It's like dry, and yeah, it looks like a powder. It doesn't look like a shadow, like a natural shadow. Like when I think of contour, I think of something that's supposed to mimic a shadow. No, it really didn't. It looked like a dry, powder on the contours of your face. It was also like too gray, and I like a very cool toned contour, and that was too gray for me. Lastly is the Colourpop Pressed Glitter Shadows. Yeah, when I got two, I think I got something about the ghost and then something else, I don't remember. They were chunky and I was scared of using them because I know that these type of products can potentially cause severe damage to your eyes, and I was not willing to take a chance. I don't know why I bought them. I bought them thinking that they were going to be much smaller, but they weren't. They were something that I would never put anywhere near my eyes, and that is probably why they are here. I didn't try them. I just swatched them on the back of my hand, and even on the back of my hand they felt gritty. So I definitely was too scared to put them anywhere near my eyes. So yeah, these are the top 10 products that I loved in 2019, and the top 8 worst, or the bottom 8 products that I tried in 2019. They were like the worst. I hope that you liked this video, and tell me what would you like to see me film as like a conclusive favorites fails type of video. Like, do you want me to do like a top 10, or do you want me to do like a best highlighter, best bronzer, best blush, best this, best that? Tell me what you'd like to see, because I will definitely take your request into consideration and do my best to please. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for those who watched, and if you enjoyed the video, please give me some thumbs up. I would love to know some of your favorites and fails of 2019, or maybe even of recent things that you've tried, and we shall reconvene in the next video. Take good care of yourselves and see you soon. Bye.